Hey guys, this is Vic, here to start a new series that we're going to call Ask Vic, where I'm going to respond to some questions that I receive each week via email. So if you have any questions you'd like me to respond to, you can go ahead and send those to help@31dayfatloscure.com. I'm out here in my backyard playing with Coda for a little bit. There's Coda. Anyway, one of the questions I received this week was, can you drink herb tea? Absolutely, you can drink herb tea. What you want to avoid are the added honey or sugar that you might put in there. But other than that, herb tea is great. It's still going to be 0 calorie, and I like to use it myself at night. Chamomile I'm a big fan of. Helps me relax, get to sleep. So if you like herb tea, by all means, you can drink it. Another question I had this week was, I'm a little confused. You say that you can have the rice, pasta, potatoes, what have you, immediately post-workout, but at the same time, you say that's what's making me gain weight. Which is it? Yes, that can be a little confusing, so let me be as clear as I can. If weight loss is your main goal, the more that I train clients, the more I believe completely eliminating the bread, the rice, the pasta, the dairy, the better off you're going to be in reaching your weight loss goals. Now, that being said, if you really can't kick that stuff totally and you're going to eat it anyway, then immediately post-workout is the time to do it. But you still have to watch your quantity, okay? This isn't some license to go reckless abandon with a huge bowl of rice or pasta or something like that. No, definitely not. Keep your quantity small, and ideally, keep those things out of your diet totally. Now, another good question I had this week was regarding long endurance training. Now, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm not a fan of long endurance training as a fat loss strategy. That being said, some people really enjoy going out for these really long runs, these really long bike rides. And you know what? I think that's great. It's damn sure better than sitting on the couch. So if it's something you enjoy, definitely have at it. But the question was, should you up your carbohydrate intake? Those exact foods that I keep saying are what are contributing to your weight gain: the bread, the pasta, the potatoes, the dairy. And the answer is possibly. It really depends on the volume of training that you're doing with these long endurance type events or styles of training. If you're out there jogging even as much as 5 miles a day, well, let's say 3 days a week, not 7 days a week, you're still going to be fine getting all your carbohydrates from your vegetable and your fruit and your nuts. But if you are doing some serious long events like 100-mile bike rides, or if you're training for a marathon, then you may need to up your carbohydrate intake a little bit. But keep a few things in mind. One, this could potentially be, not in line with your weight loss goals at the moment. So you have to kind of, pick and choose what your goal at the moment is going to be. Maybe you want to drop 20 pounds and then start training for a marathon. I'm not saying you can't do both at the same time. You absolutely can. I'm just saying that you're kind of dispersing your focus a little bit, and you may want to consider one fitness goal at a time. And if you've purchased the 31-day fat loss cure, I'm making the assumption that you want to lose some weight. Now, even if you are going to add the carbohydrates back into your diet because of this high volume endurance training, again, ideally you want to keep it immediately post-workout, possibly pre-workout, depending again on the cycling that you've had of your dietary carbohydrates for that week versus the volume of training. I mean, it can get as complicated or as simple as you want. This is the way to make it most simple. Keep detailed notes. Note everything you eat, note all your training, and then compare your results. Are you still losing weight? Are your energy levels fine? Are the times or the distances changing in ways that you do not like for your long endurance events? If that's the case, then you need to make an adjustment. Okay, there's the big picture things, everyone should exercise. Ideally, I think that a diet consisting of fruits, vegetables, lean meats, and nuts is the way to go for weight loss. Everyone needs to get adequate rest and recovery. Those are the big three. But there's also smaller, little tiny things that are going to be different for everyone's individual body and circumstances, things like injury history, age, training history. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and the only way to know 100% what works for you is to keep track. That way you can base your decisions on the data and not on your whim or the way you feel. You can really look at the hard evidence. I am a former lawyer, and then make your choices on how to adjust your training. It's a lifelong pursuit, okay? I know that I have this program, the 31-day fat loss cure, but I really hope that 31 days is just a jump start for everybody, and you continue on for the rest of your life pursuing the lifestyle of health and fitness. Until next week, go ahead and send me those questions. Again, the email address is help@31dayfatloscure.com, and I'm going to try to do this little video presentation every week. Where's Coda? There he is.